stormy conditions throughout our area tonight. You can see some of those lightning strikes. This was sent in to us by a viewer earlier this evening. And rain throughout most of our area as well. Meteorologist Patrick Wright joins us now with a look at the forecast. Patrick, you mentioned we could potentially even see hail in some areas.
Some of the cells that moved through earlier had up to about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of size in hail. And we also had another cell that was moving through Chico that the National Weather Service issued a special weather statement saying we could see up to about pea-sized hail. That special weather statement just disappeared about a few minutes ago, but we are still seeing some of the heavy rain moving through parts of North Chico now. Now, this cell isn't as active when it came to the lightning as the one that we had a couple hours ago. You see the one at the beginning of this loop rolled through parts of southern Chico and went into parts of northern and western Paradise and lit up the sky for a couple of hours this evening. So far, just heavy rain right now moving through North Chico. We can hear it on the roof here at the station. Coming up into Tehama County, we have some rain moving through along the I-5 corridor. So far, nothing too significant. We'll keep an eye out later this evening, but for now, in the North Valley, not much going on either. Now, here's what we have for our winds tonight. Things are shifting around a little bit as the system is very finicky, so little changes can mean a big difference. We're already starting to see northerly winds picking up in parts of the North Valley, and as we continue through about 2 a.m. this morning, we could see that convergence zone set up a little farther south than what models were showing earlier today. As we head into 5 a.m. on Saturday, we'll see the winds dying down and pulling back quite significantly. When it comes to the rain, this is what we're looking at. I'm watching this area where we have the potential for that convergence zone to set up, where those converging air masses just force the air upwards when it comes to the wind, and that's where we could see some extra rain development. I think we should see this shift a little southward as we progress throughout the night compared to what this model is saying, and we could see some heavy rain as some of the air is forced up and over some of the mountains around the Redding area. So we'll keep an eye on that also. As we progress through the early morning hours on Saturday, that dies down pretty significantly and pulls back pretty quickly by the early afternoon hours. So scattered showers by 1 to 2 p.m. and then we start to clear out, and we may even see some stars by Saturday evening. Rain totals will depend on where some of these cells set up, so that is something to keep in mind. I wouldn't take too many of these numbers at face value, but some places could see about 1 inch to maybe 2 inches of rain in parts of the valley and the foothills if heavier rain can set up and stay there for a little while longer than 20 to 30 minutes. So that's something to really be aware of tonight. That may mean ponding on roadways. If you have to be out tonight, just take it easy on the roads if you absolutely have to. But temperatures this evening, upper 50s to around 60 degrees for the most part in the valley. A little cooler in the mountains, lower 40s for the most part. Highs tomorrow, much cooler than what we saw today and even yesterday. Upper 60s to around 70 degrees. The next 7 days, it'll be a completely different story. We see some of the sunshine coming back and temperatures returning to around 90 degrees. That is a couple degrees above average for this time of year. We're usually in the upper 80s throughout the valley, so we will clear out and dry out after tomorrow, and it'll really feel almost like how it's a little like it's supposed to for this time of year. So we have some rain to get through tonight, but hot and dry weather late next week.
All right. Thank you, Patrick.